I already know what you guys are going to say. Gwoppy really a year ago predicted the downfall and the shutdown of Volition after putting out that woke joke that was Saints Row the Reboot, and he's 4 or 5 days late to say I told you so. And well, be that as it may, Gwoppy doesn't even want to speak to anybody right now. He had me to do the intro for you guys, and he doesn't even want to talk to me anymore. I mean, really, out of all people that he talked to, out of all people, he doesn't want to talk to Kenny. That's something right. That just shows you how much of an angry bastard he is sometimes. I mean, really, he ain't really mad at me. He's just mad that Volition can't compete with Rockstar anymore. Literally, they can't anymore because they're not around. Isn't that right, Gwoppy? Isn't that right, Gwoppy? Trey, anybody home? Trey, this is y'all crusader, right? This is y'all king for video game injustice and calling out the BS. I mean, really, I think that's a good thing because it makes him feel good inside sometimes. He tell me that all the time. Trey, I mean, you even paying attention? Trey, I bet your stupid ass is still looking at that Saints Row reveal trailer at Gamescom 2 years ago, thinking that they was gonna pull a rabbit out the hat, ain't you? You still thinking about that trailer, aren't you? Like, come on, Trey, don't be like that. Don't be like that, unless you really want to get in the ring again with me and really we can squabble again. I mean, I think that's all it is. You just mad that I whooped your ass last time. That's really what it is. So don't take it out on me that Volition got shut down. They did it to themselves. But leave it in the comments, y'all. Do y'all think that Gwoppy is really tired of being a gamer now? I mean, like, at this point, he may as well just find something else to do. I mean, because really, all he's doing is just really ranting about the gaming industry now. Goddamn Rockstar put out a garbage, lazy, half-ass port that was Red Dead Redemption 1 on the PlayStation 4 of all consoles and the Nintendo Switch. Didn't even include a PC port, which is what he plays on all the time. And NBA 2K is over here putting in a season pass for a basketball game. Look at that nigga Gwoppy over there. Look like he just hates the universe and everything that coexists in it. He really just hates Volition. That's all it is. That's all this is about. He thought that they could compete with GTA again and really retake the throne in the gaming industry. Bro, they never had a chance to compete with GTA. Just keep telling yourself that, Gwoppy. You just need to get that through your head. After Saints Row 2, they really fell off. Saints Row 3 was the beginning of the end. They couldn't compete with GTA after that.
Why did this have to happen, Kenny?
Gwoppy? Gwoppy, did you just say something? Gwoppy, what's wrong? Gwoppy.
Why did Volition have to go and do this, bro? Fuck!
Yo, I think he about to snap right here. Gwoppy's on his breaking point. I'm telling you right now, he's about to say something. Hey, Gwoppy, go ahead and tell the subscribers. Tell your loyal subscribers what you think about the situation. Go ahead and say it.
I just want to say how I feel, Kenny. That's all.
You want to say how you really feel? I mean, you want to say how you really feel? You got me doing the intro.
I understand that, Kenny, but I really just need to be alone so I can make this last rant video.
Well, alright then. If that's what you really want then. I know that you only really doing this just to get some YouTube money out of the deal. Isn't that what this is? They ain't paying you enough? Alrighty then. If that's what you really want then. If that's what you truly want. Alright, he's actually gonna make another rant for you guys. He didn't want to do it at first, but he knows that he got y'all. But anyways, it's your boy Kenny. And I'm gonna let Gwoppy take it from here. So I'll see you guys next time.
You guys want to know something? I knew that this day would come. I really did. I just didn't expect it to happen this soon, literally after a year. This woke joke SJW propaganda of a game that is Saints Row the Reboot came out only little over a year ago. I literally did not expect this to happen so soon. And within the span of this game being announced, this game being released, and me making not one, not two, but 3 rant videos in total, and 4 if you count this one, of me predicting the absolute failure, predicting the absolute evisceration of Saints Row, and predicting the absolute downfall of Volition, and predicted that they were going to get shut down. I did not really expect for it to happen all this soon. All those people in my comment section that were saying, oh, you just need to get used to it, that's all. Like, you just really need to play the game. That's really all it is. Like, maybe the game will be better than what they're actually showing us. They was also saying, Gwoppy, you're talking crazy. Like, I'm pretty sure the game is gonna be good. Like, they had 8 years to reboot this game. They know what they're doing this time. But I mean, sorry, not sorry, but when Volition was running their mouths on Twitter, calling their own fans haters because they were criticizing their game, now the fact that DeadlySteph was on Twitter after the game came out saying that we're not giving it to terrorist acts. Yes, she said this, y'all. And all this shit that they were talking on Twitter and constantly fighting their fans over and over and over and over again. I'm sorry, but I don't do business with a company that treats their fans like me, like this.
But imagine how tired we are. Imagine how tired we are of it.
You don't get to put out a garbage game that is literally the exact opposite of what your diehard fans asked you for after almost a decade-long hiatus of waiting for a new entry into your franchise. And now you want to have an ego that makes EA's DICE with Battlefield 2042 make them look more decent than you are. I promptly canceled my pre-order as soon as I got off of work that day. I came home and with the sole intention on canceling my pre-order and uninstalling this dang old game off my PC. I wasn't about to give them any of my money after the way they acted. Oh, and also, before I continue this, let me just premise this by saying I'm not entirely happy that Volition shut down. And I mean, let's be real, I kind of feel bad for them in the academic sense because people, like 300 plus employees, lost their jobs and they don't have a job anymore. And I'm gonna be, with all due respect, let's just call it what it is. Half of these clowns that worked on this game, that greenlit every single thing that was wrong with this game, that fans specifically told them what was wrong about this game, and they bragged about it in YouTube videos and in behind the scenes work and everything revolving Saints Row 2022, they don't deserve to have a job in the gaming industry. I mean, let's just call it what it is. It started with Volition saying haters are gonna hate, and it ended with them getting their whole entire studio shut down after a $100 million failure that was Saints Row the Reboot.
You stupid.
You guys need to start listening to your Uncle Gwoppy some more. You guys got to start listening to me some more whenever I come on these YouTube and make a video like this. Because last year, not only did I predict their downfall not once, but twice. I predicted this very thing that would happen twice in a row, yet nobody believed me. And with Volition talking shit on Twitter, talking about we're not backing down from this game. Oh, we're not gonna do this, we're not gonna do that. We're gonna make the game that we want to make. Well, good job with that, stupid. Good job. Because not only does everybody, and I mean literally everybody, hate your game right now, but you're gonna end up exactly where you were 9 years ago, and you're gonna go bankrupt again. It's gonna be over for Saints Row and Volition this time. The future of Volition will just probably be like, they'll probably be most likely acquired by EA. And then you know what EA is going to do? They're going to make them work on the Frostbite engine. They're not even going to have them work on any games. They're going to have them making changes to the Frostbite engine because literally all of EA seems to use it. And this is definitely not a sign that the game is doing well or the studio is doing well metrically. And this is the exact reason why companies get shut down and leads to bad tattoos on men in their 40s and 50s. And before you ask the pertinent question of how did you even know that this would happen in the first place, I'm just gonna reply with, it's just basic common sense in business. When you push aside your die-hard fan base and the people that brung you up and made you who you are today, and when you push them aside so you can try to bring in a new crowd that don't even play these games in the first place, nor do they even like your new product in the first place, this was honestly bound to happen. It was inevitable. Which now leaves us with one burning question. Is the upper management at Deep Silver and the upper management at Volition was so blind, stupid, and egotistical that they didn't see this coming? And the answer is probably yes.
I'm smart, you're dumb. I'm big, you're little. I'm right, you're wrong. And there's nothing you can do about it.
And I'm just gonna let y'all in on a little bit of secret of mine. It still keeps me up at night to this day, knowing how butchered and how mishandled Saints Row was from Saints Row 3 onwards. It legit keeps me up at night and just really haunts my dreams, to say the least. That rebooting graffiti wall still hangs around and lingers rent-free in my head for like the past year and a half at this point, after figuring out that Saints Row is officially dead and there's no bringing it back from the grave this time. And let's just call it a spade of spades. The leadership that we seen from start to finish with the Saints Row reboot, from the Gamescom reveal, all the way up to the behind the scenes work and Welcome to Santo Aliso, all the way up until release, has been nothing short of leadership that's not even fit to direct where mayonnaise goes on a chicken sandwich at McDonald's. Instead of taking your fans' feedback and criticism to heart and actually doing what the fans wanted after you had the most prominent position and the most prominent chance you could have ever asked for in your whole entire life to bring back a legendary franchise and go toe-to-toe with Rockstar Games once again in the open world games department in the gaming industry. Instead, you decided to pursue everything that Saints Row was never about to begin with. Cringe storyline, cringe characters.
Let's go rob a payday loan place.
And you know how we should celebrate afterwards.
Karaoke!
Yes!
Trying to be relatable with the main cast.
I don't have to love it, I have to pay my student loans.
I'm in.
Friendship, inclusion, making everybody feel welcome.
Ooh, can we take a hybrid?
Eli, I love that you're worried about fuel efficiency.
Your carbon footprint always matters.
Hold grudges. I don't give a goddamn. I still hate motherfuckers from middle school. I don't wish none of you bitches well.
And even as of recently, like as Saints Row, but a couple days before Volition got shut down, people was asking them and giving them genuine feedback about having a possible Saints Row 1 and 2 remake, or even a remake of Saints Row 3, arguably the most popular one, but still the one that divided the franchise. They said to the customers' faces once again that they had no plans to make a remake work on anything related to Saints Row 1 and 2. And to this day, I still don't know why. I just don't understand why the hell do they hate their roots so much. I just genuinely don't get it. Especially since your roots is what made you who you are today. You already have the label, your Saints Row, a game about gang warfare. A game about over-the-top yet wacky gameplay that was fun to enjoy while having a still serious storyline like Yakuza. You people are the game that other people like Rockstar was copying secretly behind your backs and you didn't even know it. But instead, you guys wanted to chase trends and you're doing the very thing that Rockstar was doing when they were copying you. It just fathoms my brain, man. It's just ludicrous how they just don't want anything to do with Saints Row 1 or 2. It just genuinely shows. And dude, tell me why as I was recording this, I got reminded of how in the Welcome to Santo Aliso trailers, they said that they wanted to create a cast that you would want to invite into your living room. And I mean, with all due respect, generic white man, I would not dream of inviting someone like John Marston or Arthur Morgan into my living room. Even though I relate to those guys and have sympathy for those guys on every single asset and every single facet of the word sympathy, like, they're criminals at the end of the day, and I would not dream nor fathom the thought of having a criminal in my house. Bro, imagine having someone like Micah Bell in your living room and he'll just completely turn into Yosemite Sam if you don't get him a beer. Instead of pulling a Sonic the Movie and going back to the drawing board after what fans told you what was wrong with your game, you guys decided to insist that there was nothing wrong with the game, and you guys stood 10 toes down in your project and got knocked clean out on your own 2 feet with a Chun-Li Street Fighter spinning bird kick. And you expect me to believe that you guys are really thankful for the 30 years of business that we put you guys on the map and really gave y'all the most spotlight chance of bringing Saints Row up to standards and having it compete with GTA. Now you guys want to say that you're thankful for all the feedback and all the love that we showed you guys after you pushed us to the side, and instead of actually taking your feedback to heart and making a game everybody wanted. Oh, but hey, haters are gonna hate, am I right? And while we're on the subject of haters are gonna hate, I want to dedicate this next segment into DeadlySteph, i.e. the former community manager for Saints Row. And I say former because she actually got canned like a couple weeks ago, and someone in my comment section actually told me about it. And dude, I can't find the tweets now. I know I could probably find it someplace, but I would show y'all if I could. But it was literally so brutal in her replies that she literally locked down her Twitter profile. So not only did I predict the downfall of Volition, not once but twice, but I also got answer to my prayers of this ugly bitch getting fired. Holy hell, there is a God after all. There is a God, folks. And I mean, yeah, it did take a little longer than what it should have for her to lose her job and everything after her constant feminist breakdowns on Twitter and pretty much calling people terrorists for no valid reason aside from the fact that she was literally standing on a game that nobody cares about. And you want to know something else? I really hope like hell that this lady does not get a job again in the gaming industry. She has no business being in the gaming industry talking to fans and customers like this. And now I'm just going to dedicate this last and most likely final segment into two parts. One is the future of Saints Row as a whole, which personally speaking, I think it's truly done and over with. I said it before like twice, and I think it's really true this time. I think Saints Row is really dead, and there's no real way to get Saints Row back on its 2 feet again after it got killed for a third time in a row. And with the Saints Row IP still belonging to Deep Silver, the same people that was responsible for the direction of this game in the first place, it really leaves us as to where it might be buried in a vault and it will never see the light of day again. Some people are even speculating that since it bombed so badly, what they might do is that they might even try to sell the IP to somebody else. And I'm also hearing rumors that they might just give it to a whole nother development studio after they close down Volition. And honestly, I don't even know who can be up for the task. The state of modern gaming is just in shambles, dude. I said this before and I'll say it again. It's just in shambles because these people have the formula. They just don't want to execute at all. Volition was so afraid of the roots, so afraid of bringing up Saints Row 1 and 2 and saying to the core fans that they were right and Saints Row 1 and 2 is what the Saints is really about. Instead, they did everything to avoid their own destiny. One of my favorite quotes from one of my favorite movies of all time, Kung Fu Panda, where Master Oogway says,
"One often meets his destiny on the road he takes to avoid it."
And at this point, there really isn't anything that can be done anymore. I said my piece. We all said our piece. We literally gave them the formula for what we wanted for like the past 8 or 9 years. They failed to deliver. They lost $100 million. They fought their customers tooth and nail and insisted that their new product was fantastic, and now they got shut down. I still cannot fathom how Rockstar in the past 10 years did not literally have to do a damn thing aside from releasing Red Dead Redemption 2. They literally haven't done anything in the past decade to literally derail Saints Row or do anything to make Saints Row afraid of them. And instead, Saints Row killed themselves because they were too afraid to do what worked for them in the past. And with Saints Row gone for good from what it looks like, there's not any competitor left for GTA to compete with aside from Watch Dogs and Mafia. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. Honestly, to be honest with you, I think the only real competitor that could compete with GTA and if they resurrect from the dead is if they bring back the developers that worked on Sleeping Dogs and they come together to bring back United Front Games and spin the block one more time on GTA. I feel like if they release a prequel to Sleeping Dogs 1 or make a sequel to Sleeping Dogs, it would be so fire. It really would be. But to the people of Saints Row and the people of Volition, I wish you guys good luck, even though half of y'all don't deserve that good luck in getting another job in the gaming industry. But I do want to thank y'all in a way for opening up and making me more aware of your guys' franchise, Saints Row, and turn me into a die-hard fan of your franchise, and honestly sometimes prefer you guys in Saints Row over Rockstar Games and GTA. And one more quote that I want to end off on for the people that is going into the endeavors of the gaming industry and Volition and everybody across the board. A quote that still sticks with me to this day from a wise man in Chicago. He said to me, "It's not about where we came from, it's about where we're going." And with that being said, Saints Row, it's been fun. Volition, it sure has been an education. Peace out, y'all.
This moment was an inevitability.
So's me killing you.
No. That's not how this book is written. The Saints' legacy ends here, not with a bang, but with a whimper.